Alright, had a fun little thing with my cat there. Started munching on me. Go right into the battle. It's a long one. There's actually two parts to it. So here we go. Starts off with a ninja, which sucks because I didn't bring my Skarmory. If I did, then it'd be no problem whatsoever. I send in Breloom. I no longer know why, but it sounded like a good idea at the time to bring in that thing. Really bad decision on my part, though. Sets up a sub and puts me in a hell of a hard spot. I'm not really able to do anything good whatsoever, but I gotta find something to do. Toxic Orb activates for heal, and Spore won't work at all. So after I get Xerxes, I'm gonna set up a substitute of my own. Hopefully I can make something happen out of this. Otherwise I'm gonna be a long way down real quick. If you let Ninja set up on you, it's tough to come back from it. That's for sure with any match. So I set up my sub, Poison Heal, and thinking about what the heck to do now. I don't really have a lot of options. Go for a Focus Punch to try and get rid of the sub that he's got there. He's using X Scissor to get rid of my sub, which works, no problem. Sub's gone. Focus Punch goes at some point. There we go. Focus Punch goes. Takes the hit. And his sub goes away as well. But I don't have enough HP left to take his X Scissor, so there's nothing I can do about it. He's fast enough to set up a sub before me, so Spore isn't going to work at all either. So I don't really have too many options. I've got to get rid of him, maybe use him for later. I've got to try something. I know Blissey will be able to take the hits, and she'll be able to attempt to do some sort of something. But this is already a really bad spot for me. Things are not looking good, and he hasn't even passed out yet. So take the hit, couple hundred damage. Good thing she's got way too many hit points. And go from here. T-Wave would be nice unless he sets up a sub or passes to a ground type. So I'm not really thinking on that. At some point I want to set up a Stealth Rock so that the thing takes 50% damage when it comes back in. Sends out a Garchomp, which is good I didn't use T-Wave. There's the Chomp. I picked Seismic Toss for my turn. Figured it would kill the sub. You know, at the very least it would hurt whatever came in, which is going to be big. I need to kill that thing ASAP. So, it doesn't have an attack boost, so I know Blissey will be able to take a hit, but my Blissey doesn't carry Ice Beam, so I won't be able to finish it off. I need to go to something that will. So, I send in a Yggdrasil. Again, I have no idea why, but that's what I did, which really sucks. Now, he packs a Swords Dance. I think I did it for the EQ resist, which was stupid because it wouldn't last 2 hits, but I bring in that. He gets free swords out of it, which hurts big time. So now it's super fast and super powerful. So things are not looking good at all for me. Pulls out a Fire Fang, which is, believe it or not, the worst option compared to Flamethrower, even though his attack is higher, even with the Swords Dance, because Fire Fang is just that much weaker. But he picked Fire Fang. I send out my Dusknoir. Now I could Pain Split, I could burn it, I could use Ice Punch. There's a lot of different things going on. But I'm going to go with Ice Punch and then hope that Shadow Sneak next turn will finish it off. He uses Iron Head, which is a retarded move to put on a Garchomp. You need to fix your movesets on that thing. Because also, since you have Swords Dance, that means you either have Dragon Claw or Earthquake. And you need both, not one or the other. Anyway, Ice Punch finishes it off. So there goes that. Whew, big threat dodge there. The Ninjas is, its pass is gone. So some big power is lost. Things are starting to look up for me a little bit here. Don't know what he's sending out yet. He's thinking about it. Still thinking about it. And sends out an Alakazam. Now Alakazam, I could Shadow Sneak twice and finish it off. I know I'd be able to live a Shadow Ball unless it has choice specs. So I'm not going to risk it, even though I know I'll most likely kill it. But I'm going to switch to Blissey. Dodge the Shadow Ball completely, which is kind of nice. This will allow me time to set up my Stealth Rock. If I wanted to, I could T-Wave. Synchronize. Blissey will be paralyzed as well, but Natural Cure should be fine. But I'll do that later. I'll set up my Stealth Rock first to remove any future Ninjask threat. Although I guess it'll still be hanging around for a little bit, but not too much. And now I got some options. I could either T-Wave, which I'm not sure if I want to do yet, or I could just go with Seismic Toss, because usually those things carry Focus Sash, and I'd rather just kill it in one hit in the future. He switches out to a Steelix, and then the Steelix takes some Stealth Rock, very little, but some, and takes the Seismic Toss, which is good, because that thing has some crazy high defense, so 100 solid damage is nice. Leftovers heal me back to full. Leftovers heal him a bit. And now, here we go, tank battle. Unfortunately, I'm sick of tank battles. I don't want to have another one right now. So I take out my Bliss, and I put in Dusk Noir. I have plans to burn the thing, so it'll get hurt over time, and the defense stat won't be worth too much after that point. He uses Toxic, which sucks, because now I can't exactly hang around in there too much. Leftovers heal. Poison hurts, blah blah blah. First turn Leftovers cancels out Toxic though, so it's not too bad. Anyway, his Leftovers activates, he's getting back up there. And then he withdraws, so that changes plans a little bit. Brings in a Septal, or whatever. Grass starter. And Septal is going to take some Stealth Rock, and it's going to take the Will-O-Wisp, which hits, which is good. So now I know that that thing is only going to be a special attack threat, which means Blissey will be able to take it, so I'm not too worried. Even Starmie will be able to take it as well, as long as I go first, I should say. I think Septal's faster, though, so I wouldn't want to bring in Starmie. But Leftovers, Poison, Burn, all that good stuff happens, all the afterthoughts. And then I could Ice Punch, I suppose, but not with Toxic hanging out. I don't want to waste all my HP on that. So I'm just going to bring in Blissey. There's no threat. Some people use a Physical Septal just to be novelty, so I'm not too worried about that because of the burn on it. I get Leech Seeded, which is really nice to have on Blissey. I still get a lot of HP sapped, but brought in to avoid some damage there. Takes a little bit of burn. Grows the Leech Seed HP back. The big chunk, almost 100 points on Blissey. That's crazy. So brings him back up to full. He withdraws, which is very surprising. He should have stayed in a little bit longer, but he didn't. So I'm cool with that. Brings in the Steelix back, which excuse me, which takes another Seismic Toss. It's getting down there then. Leftovers activates. Then the Leech Seed will recover most of that Seismic Toss he just took, plus the Stealth Rock, and then his Leftovers will pretty much cancel out the turn. So not a whole lot happened. Probably a good choice for him then. So I'll withdraw from my Starmie, which will be able to defeat the Steelix, dodge a Rock Slide. For slow Pokemon, you always want to use Stone Edge, as opposed to Rock Slide. Rock Slide is only for the flinchers, which need to be faster, so whatever. I dodged it anyway. He uses Protect for more Leftovers gain and just make me hang around, I guess. There's the Leftovers gain. And I'll continue doing what I plan to. I'll pull out a Surf, Choice Specs, and low special defense. It'll probably waste the whole thing, as it looks like it's going to. And yep, it goes all the way down. Super effective. Yada yada. Faint. Sounds good to me. Things are looking up. He's thinking about this next one a little bit. And he decides to bring in a Gyarados. I find that to be a very weird choice. If I was carrying Life Orb or Expert Belt like I used to, I'd just T-Bolt right now and kill it. Unfortunately, right before this match, I put on Choice Specs, so I can't T-Bolt it yet. And, well, that's part 1. Part 2's coming up. The video is really long, so I gotta check out the rest of it. It'll be up.